I'm going to tie another Kinermoney killer, but this time on a tube. So here we have a metal tube. So start on our tie-in silk. Put on a bit of varnish onto the tube. Because metal tubes can be very slippy, and just gives us something to wrap on us with. Now the fly is going to have some sort of junction tube and sort of leaving a little bit of a portion at the back. You can make those touch and turns if you feel like it. I don't think it's necessary. Just needs something to grip. So at the rear here we're going to tie in silver oval, and create a little tag with 4 or 5 turns or so. Tie that in, wrap it forward, and I'm going to flip it back on itself. So we're going to use that as a rib. And so we're going to do the rear section of the fly with a holographic silver flat braid. Take that forward roughly to the halfway-ish point. And then we wrap our silver braid up to that point. Tie it in. Then use our silver oval to rib that in 4 or 5 turns. Nip that off. Little hackle. I'm going to go for yellow. I'm using soft hackles here. Now, previous to this I've shown you how to tie in. Almost all the hackles I've put in have been tied in tip. So just for a change I'm going to tie this one in by its base, which is probably the way a lot of people learn to tie. Catch it by the tip and then slide it between finger and thumb as you wrap it. And what that'll do is stroke all the fibres over and double it. Would stop breaking. Doubling the hackle as you're wrapping it. Then first tip fold it back and break it off. I'm going to take all this, sort of stroke it back, fold it back into place. Now, first portion of the wing, we're going to use a mixture of yellow and orange bucktail. As I've shown you before, I keep this stuff ready mixed up because it's so commonly used. And I'm going to tie that in twice the length of this back section. Wrap forwards. and trim that off. And now I'm going to take a bit of crystal hair, pearl crystal hair, and lay that in on top of that. Pull the two strands backwards and trim them off. So again, we're going to need to rib our front section, so we're going to use the silver rib again and tie that in underneath. And then the front section of this fly is a black. As I said, you can use black holographic pencil if you feel like it, or in this case I'm going to use black rayon floss again. I've taken quite a long piece, doubled it so that the loop of it catches here, and that slide that down to the side of the fly, hold all this back, and then tie back to our hackle, and that should keep that nice and neat. And wrap forward. When you're wrapping floss, you have to wrap it onto something sort of halfway smooth as an underbody, otherwise it'll just show through every lump and bump that you created. So now this is two strands then, essentially, wrapping forward in touch and turns, and tie that off. Then we take our silver rib and wrap. Now, number of turns up to yourself. And leaving those turns a couple of mil apart, and it's getting me about 4 turns. Generally you're talking 3 to 5 turns whenever you're going to rib something. Once you get beyond that, it starts to look a little bit crowded, so generally 3 to 5 turns is a rule of thumb. So now we need a wing. So this, I'm going to use a bit of tanuki. My tanuki has quite long guard hairs, and then it has this nice soft underfur. So lay that in on top, and that's going to go a little bit beyond our previous bit of bucktail there and give us a bit of a taper. Wrap across that and trim that bit there off, and take our super glue and just dab those cut ends, and before they dry tie them down to keep them neat. I'm just going to brush that wing, slick it into position. Now we can think about our head hackles. So I'm going to stick with the soft hackles again on this. I'm going to use a hot orange and a blue. So I'm going to double that hot orange hackle. Because it's a short hackle, you're going to get 1-ish, 1.5 turns maybe. Then it's just like there's an accent of orange colour in this. Then I'm going to take a blue cape. Same, look for blue hackle to suit. Strip that back. Nip out the tip. Wax up thread. Create a nice smooth bed to lay the hackle on, and as I'm wrapping the hackle I'm just going to stroke it backwards. Now, I'll put on a couple of jungle cock feathers. Prick a couple here, one from each side of the cape. Hold them by their tips at the same length, and then sort of just stroke this fluff that we don't want back out of the way. Set those up on top. Where your position of them, I suppose, is a personal preference. Some people like them very much on the side, and some people like them a lot more up on top, like a tent or a roof. If they're slightly different lengths, then just pull the stalk until it comes down, but you can also see the jungle cock stalks pull through very easily, so it's advisable to either glue them or fold them back and tie them in to stop them pulling out. These ones are folded. Nip off. Those tips, and now all remains is to finish the head in pearl. So we're going to use a bit of mirage tinsel, attach that over here, and then I'm going to super glue my tying thread and create a little bleb of that just to wrap the tinsel into. One turn at the front, again. Trim off the tinsel, trim off the tie and silk, and that's our fly tied bar finishing the head off. So what I'm going to do is just take a super glue brush and just varnish that, and when that dries I'll then put on one or two coats of Sally Hansen Hard as Nails clear varnish at Kinermoney Killer Tube.